we'll carry this out until we get the final score on that particular match. Here is a look at Houston as we speak. Ooh, leaving a split. A very difficult one there. Walter Ray Williams getting, I believe, 6 pins there. Nelson?
Anticlimactic, John. Walter Ray assured of 3rd place. David Houston assured of top 5 finish. That was his 10th frame as he saw him get a 4-pin split left. So it'll be, as I can see right now, it's going to be Houston and Palumby in the first match. The winner is going against Walter Ray Williams Jr. And the tournament lead is still to be determined between Eric Forkel, who you see walking back there, the left-hander, and young McCune, who is currently in 2nd going into the final game. So we'll see how those two come out for the number 1 position.
Final score of this match, Walter Ray Williams winning it 224 to 215 over Ron Palumby. But as we mentioned, that is enough to indeed get him into the TV show tomorrow.
He's in good spot. Palumby, the key for him is to get focused tonight and tomorrow if he can get out of the gate and beat a very tough Houston who really charged hard tonight. He made the biggest move of any of the players getting to the top 5. Houston with the most experience, I would say, of all the players in the championship round, although I have to say when you have players of the caliber of Houston, Palumby, and Williams, this is the strongest field that we've had the luxury at ABC of having in the championship round here in '92.
Well, there's Ron Palumby celebrating, getting congratulated by fellow bowlers and fans. Nelson Burton Jr., thank you very much for being with us, and we will be looking for you tomorrow along with Chris Schenkel.
Thank you, John.
This portion of Action Sports Live from Eastway Lanes, home of the Flagship City Open, has been brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Bowling Supply Store. They also
finishing up 15th after struggling a bit here this evening in the final 8 games, but he did cash for $2,200. A great showing by Bob Learn Jr., who had a 300 game to get things going in competition here earlier this week. Joining us now live, the man who will be taking on Ron Palumby Jr. in the first game tomorrow on ABC, 7-time winner Dave Houston. And Dave, how are you going to combat the crowd tomorrow? They're going to be solidly behind Ron Palumby, and you're going to have your hands full.
There's no doubt about that. I just hope we have a very competitive match and we both go out and just do the best we can. Hopefully we won't struggle out there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, it's the first time I've really bowled a so-called crowd favorite, and Ronnie's a real good friend of mine, and I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You guys are good friends, and you travel together on the tour quite often. How will you combat his strengths tomorrow? He's been on fire and has been doing quite well in the scoring.
Yeah, he's had a great week all week. You know, there's a lot of added pressure on a guy bowling in front of his hometown crowd and everything, but I'm just going to try to go out and do the things that I do best, and if I make good shots and not worry about my opponent, hopefully good things will happen to me.
Have you enjoyed your stay in Erie this week? The fans really love their bowling, don't they?
You know, I was talking about it earlier with Ronnie. You know, not only do they obviously cheer for Ronnie and Bobby Learn, of course, but they don't really root against anyone else either. They appreciate the good shot making, the good scores we have there this week, and it's really great. It's what it's all about.
Dave, best of luck tomorrow, and we'll be watching you there, of course, on ABC, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you guys for all your coverage, too. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And joining us also here live on our set at Eastway is Eugene McCune, who is in the 2nd position. Walter Ray Williams is the number 3 bowler tomorrow, going on the stepladder finals. He was unable to be with us live tonight. We did speak with him live a couple of days ago on our Action Sports at 6. He, of course, was the runner-up last year to Just Stay Rook. And joining us now, a man who was not in the top 5 last year, who has yet to win a title on the tour, but has been doing extremely well this week, Eugene McCune. And Eugene, your thoughts as you get ready for tomorrow's action?
Hopefully I'll get a little sleep tonight, so I won't be as tired. But I'm just going to go out there and try and have fun, not really put pressure on going out there and winning, just making quality shots, and hopefully winning, you know, just being fun and just go out there and just free will it.
You were the leader going into the final round of match play today, doing very well in the match play competition. You struggled a bit about midway through tonight's action, but you regrouped and finished very strongly.
Yeah, I had a couple bad games. You know, you hit the bad pairs when you bowl in the finals. You got 24 games everywhere. But after the little kid was there, so he made me smile in one pair, and I happened to shoot 270 that game. I just kind of wore out after that. The last 2, I just shoot 190s and just hung in the 2nd.
During our highlights a few moments ago, Nelson Burton Jr. had mentioned that he thinks this is the best field so far this year on the tour. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, you have tile lists, a lot of tile lists. Earlier, there was, like, no tile lists, and then they won. 3 guys that didn't have titles won. So hopefully I'll be the 4th.
Well, Eugene, best of luck to you tomorrow, and congratulations for a fine showing thus far.
Thank you very much.
When we come back live at the Flagship City Open, we'll be talking with the man who is the number 1 seed going into tomorrow's action, Eric Forkel. We'll be back in just a moment.
John Falbo, owner of Falbo's Hair Care Plus, would like to take this opportunity to salute the top professional bowlers this weekend in Erie and wish them the best of luck in the $140,000 Flagship City Open Bowling Tournament at Eastway Lanes. John Falbo has been serving Erie for 24 years. Falbo Hair Care Plus offers professional hair cutting, styling, perming, and the Sesame Street Kids Corner. Convenient hours, appointments appreciated, but not necessary.
Joining me now, a young man from California who was a part-time player on the tour until this year. He got himself a sponsor, and he is the man to beat tomorrow. He'll be bowling one game, win it or lose it for all the marbles, Eric Forkel. Eric, tell us how it felt to bowl so well tonight.
Oh, it felt great. I thought I bowled very well tonight. I made a nice move, made a good comeback, got myself back into the thick of things, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
What has given you the extra confidence this week?
Well, I worked real hard on my game during the practice session and during the pre-tournament stuff. And I worked hard on my rhythm. I got my VCR camera out and the little camera, and I looked at my game exclusively, and I saw a few things I didn't like, and I worked hard on it, and it made a difference.
Final question for you. Ron Palumbi Jr., obviously the fan favorite, the hometown boy tomorrow. Does that make it extra tough on the other four men?
No question about it. I mean, the fans here are fantastic. I mean, if I win, maybe I'll move to Erie or something. I mean, Erie is a great place for bowling fans. It's fantastic. He's got to be the favorite as of right now, and I think it'd be great to bowl him in the last match. I mean, I may have a few people in California yelling for me, and maybe a good friend of mine out on tour might be yelling for me, but overall it'd be tough.
Eric, best of luck to you tomorrow, and we know that you'll do your best out there.
I'm going to do my best, and hopefully things turn out, and who knows, maybe a trip to the Firestone.
Okay, get some sleep, get some rest. You've been up here working overtime tonight along with us.
I got to get to sleep.
Thanks, Eric Forkel, for being with us tonight live here from Eastway. And they're tearing things down right now, really getting things ready for the ABC telecast tomorrow. Those things are relatively quiet here on the lanes, but in the lounge here at Eastway, there's lots of activity, and our own Mike Gallagher is there right now. Michael?
Thanks, John. 1 year ago at this time, we hung around in this very Kegler's bar, and we said, is there anything that can be done to top what was done last year? Well, Ron Palumbi Jr. in his own right helped us top last year. Joining us live, Tournament Director George Warren. George, would it be safe to say that Ron Palumbi Jr. has made this probably the greatest Erie sporting event ever?
Absolutely. There's no way in my mind I could think of any better way for me to promote a tournament to have one of our hometown boys make the TV finals. Now all we can hope is that he's going to win the show.
Ron Palumbi Jr. over the years has represented our town so well. Now he gets to do it in his hometown, and you know him personally. How special do you think this will be to him?
I'd be honored to give him that first place trophy.
It certainly would be nice. Another man joining us live, Mike Edwards, one of his cohorts on the tour, a man who has become a local hero. Here he is, Michael Edwards. I told you, you're a hometown favorite here. You're like one of our own.
Oh, yeah.
But on the serious side, Ron Palumbi Jr. making it to the TV finals. From knowing him the way you do, what does it mean to him?
Well, you know, he bowled great all night, and he bowled great this whole week. So, I mean, it's a lot of pressure bowling in front of your hometown crowd. So it's like he did great. I mean, I'm proud of him.
It would be nice to be in first place, but the way I look at it, we get to watch Ronnie for an hour and a half tomorrow, work his way right up to number one.
That's right. Hey, we're going to be at the King's Rook tomorrow afternoon, watching him all day long and win the title. He's going to come over, and we're going to have a great time.
We've had a lot of toasts in here tonight to Ron Palumbi Jr. We're going to say it again one more time. To Ron Palumbi Jr., here it is. It's a great thing to believe a dream through frames and games, no matter how tough it may seem. But it's a greater thing to fight the Flagship City Open through and find that when the television finals are over, Ron Palumbi's dream is true. Back to you, John Evans.
Thank you very much, Mike. Leave it to the Irishman to come up with the limericks in the lounge tonight. We appreciate it. It's been a long day for Michael, and we appreciate the fact that you've done such a great job today. Coming back after this commercial break, we have Walter Ray Williams with us, and we'll join him live right after this timeout.